Hey there. Okay, so I just made probably about like 2 or 3 videos. They were just short and they were not what I wanted at all. I wasn't feeling it because I was coming from a place of mind. I was coming from a space of thinking that I had to do a specific thing, thinking that I wanted it to be something. I was thinking, that's the bottom line. I was thinking and I wasn't in the present moment right here. I wasn't being sourced in myself. I didn't have my feet firmly planted on the ground and connected to this moment and whatever wanted to flow through me. I was too busy thinking and too busy really being in the future and worrying about, oh, this content has to be important and impactful, and this has to be an amazing video, and what I say has to be dead on and I can't make a mistake. And I noticed the reason I made 2 or 3 videos and partway through just said, oh, I'm not feeling this, is because there was no life in it. There was no room for truth and essence and life. That's the only word I can think of. There was no room for life in it when my mind was taking over and telling me what it should be and just not in the present moment. So I wanted to talk about mind, and I started to in the other videos, but mind took over. So it's actually a perfect opportunity to talk about it. So I'm going to take a breath. I'm going to do this a little differently than I did in the other videos because that wasn't flowing. So I'm going to stop and redo it. I'm going to take a breath right now, and in this moment just see whatever comes through and see what I really am feeling to share in this moment right now. So I'm going to do that right now. And right now I'm just really relaxing any tension I feel in my body, and just giving myself permission to be patient and remove any pressure I feel on myself, and to just really kind of pull the energy from up here in my brain and in this mental area and pull it down to this core area, like my gut area where truth really comes from. So that's what I'm doing right now. I'm just relaxing, breathing. Okay. So basically, even in just that quick moment of redirecting my energy and my life force from my mind down to my core, I got a little message. And the message was, when I'm in my mind, I'm not in the present moment. And every time I'm in my mind, I'm disconnecting from the potential and the beauty and the love and the truth and the gift of the present moment. And I'm blocking what wants to come through me. Now, a lot of times people express themselves, but really they're expressing themselves from a point of their mind. And sometimes that's okay. Sometimes great things can come from the mind, but I really, really believe that the best of us comes through us from our core, from our true selves, from our higher selves. And what I mean by that is the true self that is connected to God and universe and divinity, and the true self that is God and divinity. That's where the best of us comes from. So sure, we can create something good from the mind, but we can create something amazing from our core, from our source, from our true self, from our soul. So what I want to say is, we limit ourselves when we come from the mind. We cut the energy flow off and really just There's no other word other than limit ourselves. We block it, we limit what really wants to come through. And when we let go of that and we redirect ourselves back to us, who we really are, that's connected to Source. And when we come from that place, all of our expressions are genuine and impactful and have so much life in it. It's full of life. And you have to be in the present moment in order to access that part of yourself, because that's where we live. We live in the now. We don't live in yesterday and we don't live in tomorrow. We live in right now. So what came to me about the mind and being in the present moment is, just like when I was making the other video, I was so busy thinking about what my last video was, or what my next video is going to be, or what I think I should say, that I was removing myself from the present moment, and because of that I was cutting myself off from my true self and the potential of what could come through. And that's what we do on a regular basis. Now, is the mind good for something? Absolutely. Should you be connected to it sometimes? Absolutely. But what I think is really important, I'm going to change that. What I feel, not think, what I feel is very important is, before you go to your mind looking for solutions or looking for answers or looking for creative ideas, first connect with yourself. Connect with Source. Let that be your starting point, because that's where the true potential and possibilities come from. So connect with that first. How do you connect with it? Take a breath. Stop in the middle of what you're doing. No matter how important you think it is, stop and take a breath and really just relax. Really, if you need to, you can do what I did. Just kind of move, shake it off a little bit, because we store so much tension in our bodies. So just kind of gently rock yourself. You can get up and shake it off if you want to. And really take deep breaths to feel the energy flowing throughout your entire body, instead of just staying stuck in this upper region. Really get it going, like circulation. Get that energy flowing and redirect the energy down to this point. That's how you can connect with yourself. Be quiet. Get yourself silent. Stop thinking. I mean, don't make it a goal to stop thinking, because that can trigger the mind even more. But just every time you do think, kind of like meditation, just come back to your center point. Refocus on your breath. Just kind of forget about your mind. And once you do that, and you'll know when you're there, because you feel really peaceful and you're not thinking about anything. There's nothing to think about, because you're just in the moment. Once you're in that moment and once you're connected with yourself, then your mind can come into play when you're ready to do something, or when you're ready to act, or when you're ready to implement an idea. Then your mind can help you with that. But if you try to go to your mind first, if you try to go to your mind to get those solutions, or to give you a sense of peace about who you are, it doesn't work, because that's not what our mind is for. And even if it does give you something that you think makes you feel good in the moment, it's really just ego-based, and it doesn't last, and it's not true. So don't use your mind as a source. That's really the message I'm trying to say. Your mind is not a unlimited, truthful, reliable source. That's what spirit is, and that's what your soul is, and your true self. That is reliable, that is truthful, that is something you can always tap into and trust. Your mind, you can't trust your mind. It can be a great servant, it can be a great facilitator of what you want to do once you are tapped into the truth. But don't go to your mind first looking for the truth, and looking for who you are, and looking for what you want to do. Because your mind has become this separate identity that is just kind of floating out there, that isn't connected and rooted in universal truth. Your soul is, your center, your core, that is rooted in universal truth, so you can trust it. So, the message I would say is go to source first. Always connect with true self first. Always go within and connect to your higher self and who you really are. Do that and know that even if you're scared and even if you don't think anything's going to pop up, or even if you can't mentally figure out how you're going to get the solutions or how you're going to get the answers or where that creativity is going to come from, forget all that. You don't need to know. You just need to trust and go to that space, and from there something will come through. Because when we're in that space, we're allowing spirit to flow through us. And when spirit is flowing through us, we can always trust that because it's true. So my message is do that first. Connect with yourself, your true self, because that is sourced in God. That is sourced in everything that is amazing and wonderful and true and grand. So connect with that, and then allow your mind to help you with whatever you want to go forth with after that. Don't go to the mind first, because the mind is limited and your answers aren't there. So stop using your mind for an inappropriate job. That's not what it's meant for. It's not meant to be you. It's not meant to define you. It's not meant to guide you. It's not meant to be in charge. That's not what it's for. So put it in its right place and stop relying on it and start relying on who you really are, because you are enough, you are whole, you are perfect, and that's where you want to express from, not from the mind. So that's the message I would say today, and I could go on and on, but I'm going to stop there. So we will end on, let's see, I'm going to take another deep breath to see what the intention for today can be. Okay, so today we're going to end with peace, love, and connection. So remember to connect with yourself, because that's the most important and really impactful thing that you can do. The best thing you can do for yourself is to connect with yourself. Don't rely on your mind, rely on the power that you really are. And the only way to do that is to take the time, to make the time, and really just get silent and listen to what you have to say and what you really want to express. And then use your mind after that. So, okay, thanks so much for watching. Until next time, peace, love, and connection. Bye.